glimpsing him back here, but if they dive in a little bit too deep, they may trade themselves. Oh, look at NS, that weave damage going into work. Now Illidan in the middle of everyone, might just fall, trying to replicate away, but he's still inside the flames, and he does fall. 2 heroes down, now God may fall as well. He's fighting up against Ace. Ace getting very, very low. He already killed the Templar Assassin, so it's worth it, but it's just the 2 supports who survive from Virtus Pro. They're going to be happy with the levels, but their core is definitely suffering now because of that team fight.
Yeah, I'm not sure who came out on top of this one. Questionable decision from Illidan just to jump in there. He had a replicate, nowhere to be found, so he just used the replicate in the fight. And also MYM's link. Ooh, there was a quick leap away and a completely... Oh no, he's gonna get slowed here by the trap. Yeah, and they had the vision from the trap. Man, now he gets blown up. Here we go. This just means Blink Dagger's gonna be up on Smile in just a bit. Oh, Jordan gets clipped by the ultimate from Unicorn. He's gonna pick him up in just a bit. One more. Oh no. This just equals a dead Crystal Maiden, and there's nothing you can do. It's so much fighting. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, NS, if only he had caught that kinetic field, but just unable to snag the gyrocopter with the upgraded boots, able to get away. Meanwhile, they did take the tier 1 tower in middle. Rise was able to snag that on his Drow Ranger. And finally, Smile is going to get his Blink Dagger. He's been so close to it for so long. That was really the disappointing thing for me in that last team fight, is that Smile didn't get enough gold away from it to be able to pick up the... pick up his blink. Now he finally has it though, and he could start putting some pressure on these squishy heroes. So it's a little bit late for a typical off-lane Centaur, but it's still going to be super effective nonetheless, just because you have so many squishy heroes on MYM. So we'll see that coming into play. We also have Lincolns that's going to be up soon for Illidan, meaning he can split push just a ton. There's nothing that can stop him once he has this Lincolns. It was only the Bat Rider Lasso that could really shut down this Morphling, but with the Lincolns up, Illidan can push really aggressively into tier 1s and tier 2s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's going to be an Ace with a newly picked up Force Love in just a bit. He just needs 500 more gold, then he's going to have it. So you can cancel out the Lincolns, but you have to be very, very quick and a bit lucky to find Illidan without his Morphling replicate. So that's the big deal. Also, another team fight brewing top lane, because it looks like they just want to go in. Wow, this is very quick engage here, NS. Ultimate being used here by Smile as well, and Jada's blow up Ace. Ace is in a headlong retreat, and there's going to be everyone coming in.
There goes the Shallow Grave. Ace trying to teleport away, but the glimpse goes down, making sure he does not get out. Gyrocopter Mirana coming in. Static Storm, but there's no hold up inside of that. They're actually trying to Moonlight Shadow hide inside. Weave is beginning to do a lot of tick damage, though. Finally, it's beginning to run out, but it's also in the middle of the team fight. Smile gets a beautiful stun, now trying to retreat into the jungle once again. God just sitting in the side here. Morphling jumps away, and somehow this Templar Assassin is actually going to be able to live. He teleports away right underneath their noses. Jotun will fall, though, as Rise gets that first little frost arrow, and that's all you need to pursue. So getting even extra gold on this Drow Ranger. Not only were they getting kills before, they were getting towers. He's got top of the CS board. He's sitting almost at 10k net worth already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's, you know, Drow Ranger's pretty good hero. Also, she's got virtually no damage items. I mean, Yasha is more like a cookie cutter, jack of all trades item, and she still hits for like well above 200 damage when she finds anything with a bit of minus armor on it. And we've got a dazzle, so that's by no means out of reach at all. So cute play so far. We are 10 for 13. I wouldn't say any team really got an edge. So far, the Goldcraft is looking like a roller coaster. Now Spike and back up in favor of MYM. Experience, it's a bit in favor of MYM, but not too much anyway. So this is still a very open game, and it all is going to come down to the next engagement. Who's going to be like dipping the favor in their in their side?
Yeah, it'll determine basically whether or not MYM is able to like start getting aggressive and start controlling the map and pushing into tier 1s, or if Virtus Pro wins it, it means we're going to see a faster Ethereal Blade. And at that point in time, once we have Shotgun Morphling up, I really don't care how much farm is up on the Drow Ranger if you have the opportunity to be able to just burst him down real quickly. So we are going to see a BKB out of Rise, and that's definitely going to help. But again, it's just those kind of quick initiations that may catch him out. And even if you don't actually kill Rise, if you're just able to get a significant amount of damage, then you can just finish him up with right clicks. So they're going to start pushing in, see if they could take a tier 1 tower. But we do have all of Virtus Pro in the area. They're trying to finish up Roshan here, thanks to God's minus armor and the heavy amount of damage coming out from Illidan. They will get it. So Aegis goes his way, and Ace unable to find a pickoff.
Yeah, that's a big deal, I feel like. A Morphling with an Aegis can do a lot of stuff. Now they're going to be going in, and a very nice glimpse back is going to break out the lasso, but still Smile. He pops his ultimate. Can he get away? He's still alive. And now Grid is going to be the one to fall. Illidan jumps in. The boss has arrived, and he's just getting dropped by everything, but he's got an Aegis, and this is going to be the turnaround here.
Yeah, Moonlight Shadow, MYM, they're going to be able to back up pretty well here. Glimpse is almost up, but can they actually see them? Ace able to blink out just before the vision. Now, Moonlight Shadow is running out. Maybe they could catch Unicorn here. Where's our Disruptor? He's trying to get in range of somebody here, anybody, to get that vision. They had the gem, too. That was the unfortunate thing. He just wasn't close enough for the gem to reveal those invisible heroes, so he couldn't quite get the glimpse, and all of MYM will be able to walk away from that team fight relatively unscathed.
Yeah, also G's going to be picking up a BKB very soon. It's 600 more gold, and then he's going to have it. Another BKB picked up on the Mirana, so all those core items are going to be coming out very, very soon. And also, what I kind of like now about the support Gyro, going Ring of Aquila as well as Power Treads, and the Drow Aura on top is going to give you like quite a bit of damage actually. He's hitting for like 130. If he shifts to Power Treads, it's a bit more even. And if you have like a flag cannon and just get like 5 to 6 shots off, that is quite a bit of DPS actually. And it's just this icing on the cake, because you don't pick the Gyro for this. You pick him for his ultimate, for the rocket, just giving a bit of added confusion in the fights. And now NS as well as Smile. What are they doing here? Smile can blink away. He's gonna be good to fall, but oh no, NS just gets blown up. Even throws out an ultimate. I'm not sure about this one. And well, that's how fast you can actually get killed. Oh, Ace? Seriously?
Yeah, Centaur had to make sure he got away from that Batrider, knowing Lasso was still up. Normally, I would say not really worth it for MYM, a 5-man smoke, and all they get is the support. But the biggest thing was they took the gem away from Virtus Pro.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, that's a big deal. Wow, this is so much gold.
Look at that net worth, though. Morphling and Draw Range are still going back and forth, but I feel with all these BKBs coming up, Illidan, he's going to have to go for more of a late-game Morphling. I don't think you can rely on the shotgun anymore. There's just too many BKBs. They fed up too much gold to MYM. Despite the fact that like the net worth is relatively even, I really felt that Virtus Pro would have taken an early lead with their Centaur. I really felt that the Centaur was going to be the defining pickup for Virtus Pro that was going to get them some early pressure starting at like 12 minutes in. And that 12 to like 25 minutes, Centaur was just going to be crushing heroes. And then with that lead, they were going to turn it into an early shotgun, and MYM being already behind wouldn't be able to stop that. But they did a good job in a lot of these team fights, found a lot of extra farm, and now MYM are looking good going into the mid-game, as long as they don't make any serious errors in these team fights.
So you say you don't want to see a shotgun picked up at all on the Morphling?
No, I do still want to see shotgun,
okay,
but I don't think it's going to be the, like, it's not just going to destroy MYM like I was hoping it would, mainly because all these BKBs are up. So even if he does shotgun, half the time, BKB is going to be activated before the adaptive strike hits him, and certainly before the waveform does. So you don't have that full nuking combo, and at that point in time, even if you are like only sitting at 500 health, you're able to get some of your abilities off. Whether it's going to be Moonlight Shadow, what else? Unicorn in some trouble. He gets popped, but the arrow will hit Smile, and he's going to lose his life in exchange for that one. So a support for an offlane, not a bad exchange, especially if Ace can get a little bit more. Glimpse back, though, and now God will be able to run away, especially with the Kinetic Field and Static Storm, making sure that MYM cannot pursue.
Yeah, and also one thing about the shotgun, if you pop the Dazzle right from the get-go, that's a huge win. Currently, the weave is way too strong. And usually Crit uses this like offensive right now, because there's still not that high of an armor on VP, so everyone just dishes out a ton of damage, especially right on his Drow Ranger. But as soon as more of a late game scenario starts to kick in, he's gonna be the one just weaving up his own team, and that's a big deal. Like, that's such a huge deal to have like more than just a plate man on pretty much everyone. So if you just shotgun him down and he can't get the weave off, that's a big deal. So I still think the shotgun is gonna be a great pickup. But you mentioned it, a lot of BKB, so it doesn't have the full potential.
Yeah, he's going to be killing supports rather than killing cores real quickly.
Exactly. Also, Illidan has to be really freaking careful, because there's no replicate, and they're going to turn this one around, it looks like, VP. Oh, they're going to find Unicorn, and he's like so dead. G's going to blow him up in just a bit here. Gets up his ultimate. G also dropping. Wow! This damage from Rise is just way too much, and they're not done yet. They want to find Illidan.
Virtus Pro, they made just such a huge muck of that team fight. half of them wanted to go in, the other half wanted to back out. They didn't really concentrate their damage. Rise not popping the BKB just yet. He was trying to bait those heroes to try and go on him. Seeing as he was like half health, it's kind of a delicious target. You see that squishy, hard carry, and you go, oh, it's worth it. If I just go in as a support, if I can trade my life for him, that's worth it for me. But he had the BKB in reserve and was just waiting to pop it. But yeah, in general, Virtus Pro, that last team fight, man, they just like the Morphling was already backing away. He could have, if he was actually focusing down on that Drow Ranger the whole entire time Drow was focusing on Templar Assassin, I think they could have traded 2 for 1. But instead, the Morphling was already kind of backing up. Then he came back into the team fight. Same goes with, I believe, the Disruptor as well. He was also in the same situation that he wanted to back. But instead, they just trade a Templar Assassin in exchange for a Gyrocopter. Not a great trade.
Yeah, once again, like Ace is playing with fire. He wants to have his BKB up, yet he also, glimpse back into a Static Storm. But he can just go out here, I feel like. There's also going to be an ultimate pop. Nice gust from Rise, but is it going to be enough to actually get the kill? But still, look at Smell just dropping. He's essentially food for this amazing play from Rise. Holy smokes. And they're going to find more G. Oh my god, he does have a BKB, but is it going to be enough?
He's going to pop it, start running away, and he should be fine as long as the BKB stays up for this missile. And because it was his second charge, it was long enough. So he's going to be fine. But MYM apparently going to take this opportunity to go for tier 2. They have, they don't have the Bat Rider, but they still have Rise, the big damage dealer.
Yeah, but VP can't initiate without a Centaur. They don't have the ultimate up, they don't have anything up, they don't have the Static Storm as well. 40 more seconds on the cooldown. You just can't go at him.
You're absolutely right, man. And Virtus Pro, they're not even going to try. They are just going to continue split pushing. Illidan is going to start making his way to this middle lane, but, you know, tier 2 is already dead. Unless they feel MYM is trying to go uphill really early, I don't see a point for Illidan. Well, he does have that Ethereal Blade. He wants to get a kill here. Try and waveform forward, and there goes that Gyrocopter. But it's just a support. The rest of MYM will be able to back up just fine.
Yeah, but he still, like, he needed the waveform. So he needs one more item until he can actually just kill someone. And now, wow, this is a good play here. Very well done. But a nice arrow as well. Rise is going to get glimpse back. He's so dead. And now there goes the ultimate from Rise. Oh, there's going to be a close one, though. Yes, Jordan actually drops. And a very nice jump in from Smile. Do they get more, though?
Two-man stomp, but now the buyback. Drow Ranger is going to come back into this team fight. Finally, Illidan waveforms out of the trees, but the Drow Ranger is here. Everybody, hide your kids, hide your wife. You got to run. Drow Ranger's killing everybody. Run, Illidan. He's going to be able to have a waveform in just a second. Jumps away. And now he doesn't have TP mana. He does, well, considering the fact he does have Lincolns, he's ticking up real quickly, but it still needs a little bit more. Gyrocopter's going to reveal him. Can the Rocket get there in time? Maybe Ace can get there with the... No, they just have the damage. They just straight up kill the Morphling before he teleports out. And MYM win a great team fight.
Gyro support, baby. This was all gyro support there. No, seriously. There was like so much damage from the rocket barrage that even though Morphling tried his harder to just live there, just didn't work. There was way too much damage. Now look at Unicorn. He picks up an Ogre Club. What is it going to be? Is it going to be like a Heaven's Halberd, maybe? Is it going to be a BKB? And suddenly, you're going to have a quad core up on the side of MYM with a Dazzle support who's scaling excellently in the late game. Speaking of Dazzle, Mechanism is up. Hey, this guy's farmed.
Yeah, and then now we got like stuff like Centaur building into a pipe. Not really going to do that much for Virtus Pro. Most of it is going to be physical damage from here on out. It's already like overwhelming amount of physical damage just beating them down between the Drow Ranger. But hell, even the Mirana is hitting pretty damn hard right now. You get a pipe, it's really not going to be that useful as this physical damage becomes more and more of a factor. So I'm not sure, man. Virtus Pro, they're definitely on the edge right now, but they do have a Desolator soon to be picked up for the Templar Assassin. We have Illidan, who still needs to build into his next luxury item, probably going to be a Manta. You know, we still have a decent amount of late game here for Virtus Pro, mainly because of the fact that MYM have a lot of good semi-carries, and they're all kind of decent into the late game, but not great. It's only really Drow Ranger that excels in the late game, but it's on par with the Morphling, I feel.